BetOnline is the world's most trusted source for sports betting and your number one spot for everything NFL football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Do you think you know your stuff? I bet you do. Get in on BetOnline's $200,000 Pick 5 contest. All you got to do, pick 5 games against the spread to win your chance at many different prizes and that $200,000 prize. BetOnline is the most trusted source for sports betting and your number one spot for everything football. Plus, when the game's over, head on over to BetOnline for that online casino, blackjack, poker, and over 150 different slots. Head to the website today, get in on the action, BetOnline where the game starts.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, everyone. It is the Mikey Likes You podcast, and I am Mikey, who likes, and you are you, who is liked. Welcome. I hope you're having a great life. I am going to call this the hypocrite episode, not because I'm so skilled in the medical field and I have taken the Hippocratic oath. No, because I've been a hypocrite. I don't want to say I've been a hypocrite as much as I've been committing to doing the big issue of do as I say, not as I do. I've not been following my own advice. So I haven't been hypocritical in the sense that I'm professing something that I don't believe in. But I have been hypocritical in that I've been promoting ideas that I haven't been practicing. And it has come back to bite me in the ass so badly that I knew I was going to do a bonus pod about this, but I needed to do a real whole full thing because I need to dive right into this shit. Since I've had the opportunity, the amazing luxury of being offered this ability to talk to people on a broad scale, what they call broadcasting, people have asked me health and fitness advice. 9 times out of 10, I tell them, well, you're training too much and you're training too shitty. You also have no idea what your goals are. And if you do have ideas what your goals are, you're going about achieving them in the wrong way. Because the majority of the time, people's goal is to look good naked and to be in better health. I know people have this wild idea like, well, and I also want to run a marathon and I also want to be in CrossFit or whatever the fuck it is. But for the most part, the only reason people watch what they eat and go to exercise is so that they can look good naked or better naked and to be in better health. Because of that, I always try to give the best advice to achieve those goals, right? Now, if you're an athlete, a competitive athlete of some sort, if you are, say, someone who wants to gain weight, you're a high school football player, a combat sports athlete, whatever. I don't know. There's always going to be different reasons. There's the outliers. But for the most part, the big middle chunk is people want to go to the gym or they want to exercise and train. And they want to start changing their nutrition for 2 main reasons: vanity and health. Okay? And I don't say vanity is a negative because it's actually, I think, really quite awesome to hold yourself accountable to something and then change the way you look in the mirror and feel good about yourself. That's awesome. I guess I shouldn't have used the word vanity because it is one of the 7 deadly sins. So they want to improve their appearance and they want to improve their health. Okay? Cool. That's why I do it. Because of that, I always tell people, look, you have a bad idea in your brain, especially women. And that is, if I want to lose weight, I want to lose body fat, I'm going to start doing tons of cardio. Maybe I'll flirt with some ideas of resistance training. And if I do, I'll go to my family fun group class or my Zumba or my circuit training. But it's not going to be my main goal. Okay, my main thing is I'm going to get on that treadmill and that Stairmaster and I'm going to sculpt my booty into... And dudes, too, they're like, hey, I've seen Rocky. Okay? When he's getting in shape, he goes running and he does jump rope, and I'm going to do that, too. And the truth is that's a really, really, really piss poor way of going about, A, getting in better shape as far as your internal health, and B, looking better. It's a really, really, really unwise way to go about it. First and foremost, it's metabolic and hormonal reasons, okay? Now, secondly, when people do make that choice to say, well, I'm going to change the way I look, I'm going to change my health, so I'm going to start, doing traditional bodybuilding because I want to look great. Then they go to the bodybuilding magazines, or they go to some bodybuilding website, some hardcore thing, or they see The Rock's workout plan, Bradley Cooper's American Sniper bullshit, and or Ronnie Coleman's 1999 Mr. Olympia training program, and they're like, fuck, these guys are training all the time. Well, that's a very bad idea too, because you are not on drugs, I'm assuming, and if you are, things change. But you're not using lots of drugs, and you don't have years and years and years and years and years of high-level, high-volume training under your belt. And most people are not genetic freaks. So you take all this into consideration, and you get a lot of people doing way too much and end up spinning their wheels way more than they need to, and it just becomes a more frustrating situation than it was even to begin with by looking in the mirror and not liking what you see, or going to the doctor and getting reports back that your health is not where you want it to be. So then you try and you put in the effort, and it actually ends up shooting you in your own foot, right? Because you're training too much and you're not training properly. Highly, highly drugged out athletes or genetic freaks or combinations of both are doing things that most people try to adopt, and it is the wrong way to go about it. Or they have old adages in their head, old, very, very kind of cemented ideas that are really misguided, like let's do lots of more cardio to lose weight. And that you go about it with all this information that you're taking in, bad information, and then you go and you do bad technique and you do bad kind of programming, and it becomes more and more frustrating because you're just digging your hole deeper. I've been saying that forever, and what do I go and I do? I've been stressing myself out with all this manual labor around my house and my farm, and then I've been trying to press myself with work, and I've not been sleeping very well, and I've been training twice a day for like 3 months. And eating really hypocaloric because I've just been so driven to get into exceptional shape. So I've been not doing what I tell you to do. And sure enough, I go to the fucking doctor the other day and I get my blood work done and I get my results. All of my thyroid hormones completely fucked. And I'm wondering to myself, I was like, pretty smart guy when it comes to this stuff. I've certainly been eating right. I know I haven't been doing any late night cake eating and washing it down with some potato chips. I've been eating right, and I know how to eat right. And I've been keeping not only my aesthetics but my health in mind. How the fuck is my blood sugar all out of whack? How the fuck is my testosterone so low? How the fuck is my TSH and my T3 and my T4 and my free testosterone? Everything's just shitty. I've been sleeping like crap. I've been going balls to the wall. I started introducing cardio, and I wanted it all at once. I started to ride 2-3 different horses with my one singular ass, and I'm fucked because I was like, well, why am I not getting the results that I usually get? Because my ego got there. I was like, yeah, I tell you to do that, and I believe it. I genuinely do. I would never tell you guys stuff that I think it just sounds good. Believe me, if I wanted to do that, I would make a lot more money and I would have a lot more downloads and subscribers. If I was like, oh, this is what you got to do, and it'll fucking get you quick results and it'll be amazing, and take this drug and take this pill. I like the practical approach. I like the tortoise, not the hare approach. I like to keep people sane. I like to keep people living in a world where they still enjoy their life. They're not living in a gym. They're not living counting calories forever. The whole thing, right? I believe in that and I practice that. But for some reason, I just went off my rocker. So because I know many of you are listening right now, you're the chick out there who's like, I just want to look better when I put my bathing suit on, and when I go to the pool party, when I go to the beach, and I've been doing fucking an hour and a half of cardio a day, and I don't see a goddamn difference, and I've been eating rice cakes and goddamn egg whites and blah, blah, blah. And it's actually, I feel like I might even be a little worse off. And there's dudes out there that have been like, I've been doing The Rock's double fucking progression program, and I've been lifting twice a day, and I still feel like I'm doing shit. And I've been doing my intervals 6 times a week, and I go to CrossFit 5 times a week, and I still have man tits. I know you're listening. So, what do we do from here? Embrace the idea that you are using nutrition and training to better yourself, to increase your health, increase your vibrance, instead of the opposite. Eating and training in a certain way is not a means to destroy your body. It is a means to strengthen it. And you can't be so myopic to think that the training and the eating that you do is specifically just for your muscle cells, and that everything else just kind of washes along like your muscles are this nice little waterfall that goes over the rocks that is your internal systems, your endocrine system, your hormonal system, your every kind of cellular function, your central nervous system. No, it's all one big unit. It's all one big unit. You cannot hope for your automobile to function better by specifically focusing on the paint job. The longer you do that, the bigger the hole you're going to dig when it comes to your engine, your drivetrain, your transmission, all of that. Because if you want to improve the function of your car, you can't just look at the outside. You can't look at the interior and the quality of your tuck and roll and your fucking candy floss paint job. You have to fucking take consideration into the internal workings. And the same goes for your body. Even if all you're considering is a six-pack and beautiful muscles and low body fat, you still have to put your central nervous system and your hormones and everything internal and your internal organs and their function as the primary focus of what you're doing. Because there is a very short window when you can make nice aesthetic progress while destroying your internal body. But once that window closes, it never opens again, and you will be fucked. So why not just do yourself a favor and start from the beginning? And again, I will reiterate it. I've probably said it on this podcast and on my Patreon 100,000 times. A little bit of hyperbole, but I've said it many times. It might be boring. It might not be enjoyable. I understand. I just love going to my hot yoga class. I just love white bread. I just love, you understand, but you don't understand. I love going to my Zumba class and then washing down my 740 gram of sugar smoothie. It's all fruit. It's not bad. I don't care if you really want to do it. Sometimes you're just going to have to do boring basic shit, okay? And give up on your 1986 Jane Fonda ideas of how to get in shape. Give up on the eternity of doing cardio and aerobics and eating low-fat fucking snacks and putting hummus on your celery sticks when you go to work. Take better care of yourself. Switch around your priorities to make inside your priority so that subsequently you will get the results you want on the outside. The crust of your earth will benefit by you focusing on the core of your earth. Sleep. Eat nourishing, health-promoting foods that I've gone over. Monounsaturated fats, your avocados, your eggs. Pardon me, avocados, your olive oil, your almonds, other monounsaturated fats that I can't think of right now. Whole eggs, red meat, and bison, ground beef of 7 to 10% fat, sirloins, the medium level of fat. Don't go too low fat. Don't go to ribeye all the time. Every once in a while, once a week, you want to fuck with a ribeye? Good, I get it. It's delicious. But medium fat, red meat, beautiful, amazing. Collagen protein from bone broth, or if you can't stand it, or if it's too expensive, get a good collagen peptide protein. Animal-based collagen protein. Mix in a little dairy calcium. It's very, very good for you. I like Greek yogurt. Fatty fish. A select group of vegetables. Make sure you cook them. The cruciferous vegetables, and then also spinach, leafy things like that. Don't eat them raw. Now, carrots and celery and cucumber, eat those raw. Enjoy them. Maybe get your monos too with a little olive oil, sea salt, baboon. Ba-ba-ba-boom. And sleep. Get some sleep. 8 hours of sleep a night. If you have to get a CPAP, do it. I know you look like Bane. Who gives a fuck? Wouldn't you rather be shredded and happy and healthy? Have big boners at age 70? Or a lubed lady garden? Be vibrant? Strong like bull? Don't train too much. Definitely resistance train. You must resistance train. All of you. If you're just getting off the couch, twice a week. If you're a stud, I train 3 times a week. I'm not saying I'm a big stud, but I'm pretty studly. I program in 4 times a week sometimes. Heavy, intense, good, solid, well-regulated, great form resistance training 2-3 times a week. Don't do cardio. If you must do cardio, do a very well-regulated amount of cardio. Stay in a sub-aerobic heart rate. You know, things like walking. If you're young and in good shape, walking on a treadmill. Stair climber. Biking. Biking's great. Swimming. Running, marathon training, although I respect it a fuck ton. I think it's amazing people who, make that commitment and they follow through with it. It destroys you from the inside out. And even great endurance athletes will agree with me. I'm not talking shit. But competitive endurance sports are very, 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 very taxing on you internally. They're not good for your health. They're probably good for your mental health because it's amazing to be able to tell yourself, fuck, I did that. All right. If none of these things work after a good concerted amount of time, talk to your doctor. He or she can then explore the idea of hormone replacement therapy. So explore that, but make sure you get all your ducks in a row first. It's just like I say with psychiatric drugs. I take antidepressants. Okay. I'm not someone who is against them. What I am against is opting for that right out of the gate. Don't just go straight to the SSRIs or the benzos or whatever the fuck you're taking without trying, if there's a drug and alcohol problem, without trying a consistent amount of sobriety, without trying meditation, without trying talk therapy, without trying CBT. Once you've explored all these things and you still are suffering, then of course, pharmaceutical assistance is beautiful. I feel the same way about hormone replacement therapy. Don't be a 32-year-old guy who's like, I'm feeling a little tired and listless lately. I better just go get me some testosterone and growth hormone. Boom, done. No. Explore the idea of living a healthy, nourishing life. And if that doesn't work, maybe there is some biological problem that you can have addressed with hormone replacement therapy. Or if you're 55 and you're 60 and you're like, then go do it. Be a G. Fuck it. All right. Patreon is available for you if you want extra, more detailed help with things like hormones, with things like eating to nourish yourself from the inside out. It's actually not that difficult, but it can be very difficult to apply and keep it all organized. I've spent 25 years of being a dork and figuring out how to organize in my head, so let me help you. If you're interested in that, go to Patreon. Look for Mike Catherwood. I'm there. Also, I have a YouTube channel. All of these episodes are on a YouTube channel. That is this YouTube channel. You may be watching this on my YouTube channel. But on top of the episodes, there is exercise tutorials. There is different kind of bonus pods, things like that. So not only the Mikey Likes You podcast in the audio form, there is the Mikey Likes You podcast on YouTube, along with some other fun ancillary shite. In this crazy mixed up world that makes you think that nobody cares, remember, I do. Be good, people.